capture the time-traveling do-gooder at last.
Look, I didn't ask to be thrown around in time, all right? If it's not you that's doing it, I have no idea how this is happening to me. I'm just...
Silence! You've wreaked enough havoc already.
Havoc? You call what I did havoc? Look, I helped to make some environmental events happen in history as they were supposed to happen.
Events that my loyal associate helped change until you had to go in and foul everything up with your do-gooding antics.
Wait a minute, you were the one that was behind changing those events? I thought something was wacky. And you sent him to stop me from correcting those events and make them happen as they were supposed to. Wait a minute, if you didn't send me back, somebody or something else sent me back to help clean up the mess that you two guys were creating.
Silence!
Speaking of silence, Rachel Carson came out with the great book Silent Spring in 1964, all right? And before that book came out, pesticides were being used indiscriminately without any concern for the environment. And Rachel Carson's book Silent Spring raised the awareness on how we needed regulation to control the use of those pesticides. And in fact, that led to the banning of DDT.
Silence!
Look, if Gaylord Nelson and Dennis Hayes were silent, they never would have founded the great Earth Day of 1970 on April 22nd. Thanks to that Earth Day, it was one of the most massively attended events ever in the history of this country up to that point. That event, so many people attended that event that the politicians realized that environmental protection was a critical importance to the people. And thanks to that event, we have now the United States Environmental Protection Agency and some wonderful environmental policies that help protect our land, our air, our water, our earth. It's all thanks to these type of events. And to this day, every year, hundreds of millions of people throughout the world celebrate Earth Day on April 22nd. So those events that you were trying to change were good things.
Good things? You call the Clean Air Act of 1970 good? You call the Clean Water Act of 1972 good? Those two pieces of legislation alone cost billions of dollars a decade since. They wouldn't have even have been created if meddlesome nuisances like Rachel Carson and Gaylord Nelson had just kept quiet and not riled the people up.
It costs a whole lot more money to clean up the environment after it's been polluted rather than preventing it from becoming polluted in the first place.
Your thoughts are meaningless. You're just an archaic relic from the past, a past that I despise.
All right, there's something I don't understand, all right, about this whole thing. You're this all-powerful villain from the future who sends your henchmen here through time to try to warp things so we have less environmental protections to make money for your lousy corporation. So if you're so powerful, why do you hide from me in the shadows, huh? Ooh, scary guy from the past is gonna get me. I better hide in the shadows where he can't get me. You're afraid of me. Chicken!
Afraid of you?
I still think that you're afraid of me. I mean, look at the way you keep me all bound up like this. You're scared to death of me.
I'm not afraid of you. You're released.
See how harmless I am?
You fool! You let him escape! Quick! We have only seconds before the time continuum trail disappears. We must go after him now!
I'm back. Oh no. Oh no, they're following me.
Why do we materialize here? Oh, of course. This must be the place where he left the time continuum, and so he returned here. This must be his office. Quick, get that door open. Hurry. These people had so many trees, they could chop them down. For paper, they have such an abundance of paper, they can waste it on just doing one-sided, printing them on one side. A collection of paper like this in my time be worth a fortune.
You know, People like Rachel Carson and Senator Gaylord Nelson, the founder of Earth Day that you refer to as meddlesome nuisances, they're heroes because they show that individual action does make a difference.
What ridiculous nonsense. Individuals do not make a difference. Over time, we merged governments and corporations into Worldcorp, a giant, powerful organization that can achieve exponentially more results than any individual can.
Now see, that just doesn't make any sense to me, all right? A large organization such as yours exists to serve the needs and pursuits of individuals.
No! Individuals exist to serve the needs of Worldcorp. Individuals are powerless. They cannot achieve what a giant, powerful organization can achieve. And where are you? Don't you realize you cannot escape me? I didn't realize this air was so fresh and clean. Quick, open it now!
Listen, okay. Don't people like John here, Rachel Carson, prove how wrong your theory is that individuals can't make a difference? Weren't those individuals that made a big difference in history and in protecting the environment?
Oh, I hardly think that a few errant hate balls prove anything.
Okay, look, it's not just them, all right? Most of our environmental problems can only be resolved by the collective action of individuals, all right? Look, let me give you an example, all right? A large organization like a government agency can set out dozens, if not hundreds, of recycling containers everywhere. They can even set up programs to put recycling containers in businesses and residents. But if individuals don't make the choice to use the recycling containers, then nothing ever gets recycled. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that is ridiculous, and I am getting so tired of hearing you blather on. Aha! Gotcha! Huh? A green lawn? This is amazing. People watering their lawns with clean drinking water. Lawns that serve no benefit. What an incredible waste of water and energy. Ah, wait.
Listen, all right? You don't have to be so villainous about this, all right? I think you and I are just having a little communication problem here. All I'm saying, all right? I'm just saying that one person can do one simple little thing, and that will help the environment. If a person just recycles one glass bottle or one aluminum can, they'll save 95% of the energy that it would take to make the same bottle or can from raw materials. And if that's not even enough incentive for someone to recycle, all they need to do is go to their nearest buyback recycling center and they can get money back for the beverage container. Any beverage container marked with California Redemption Value or CRV, people can get money back for it. And if they don't know where it is, they can call 1-800-RECYCLE to find their nearest recycling center, okay? That's all. We don't have to have this kind of confrontation and conflict.
Oh, it is pathetic hearing you drone on with your hypocritical rant about recycling when it turns out your people never recycled enough to save much for future generations.
No. In California, we're recycling more than ever before. In fact, California residents and businesses are diverting more than 50% of all waste from landfill disposal through recycling and composting and waste reduction. No, I know we have a long ways to go, but we're gonna get better.
No, Ray. It doesn't work out that way. You squandered your precious natural resources that weren't yours to squander. Our forests are gone. Our waters are so polluted we can't swim in them without getting sick. We can't breathe the air without choking. And we need special filtration systems to survive the toxic environment you people left us.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Then why did you go through time to try to weaken environmental protections then?
Because we are desperate. You took everything. You left us with nothing but polluted air, water, and soil. Even your precious environmental laws weren't good enough to stop the environmental pollution you created for future generations. I wanted to go back in time to make you suffer the way that we suffered. I wanted to change key environmental events to accelerate the environmental destruction so you would know what it's like to live in a world stripped of natural resources and drowning in poisons. No, Ray. I'm not the villain. You are.
It can't be that way. Wait a minute. Back in the prison, you told me that you were going back in time to save money for your corporation.
That's what I told the executive board so I could get their approval for Project Time Warp. I worked long and hard to become CEO of Worldcorp to carry out my plan, and you have the audacity to try to ruin a project that has taken a lifetime to plan.
So this is all just about revenge, isn't it? You don't care anything about making your world better. All you want is your own personal revenge.
Call it what you like. I do what I do. And you, my friend, are a nuisance from the past, from a people that squandered their resources and didn't have a care or concern for future generations, not even your own great-grandchildren. For you see, Ray, I am your great-grandson.
No!
Now it's time to finally be rid of you!
Wait! No! No, you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me because I have this!
That's a pen!
No. If this is just a pen, then why was I able to foil your guard there so many times? This is a powerful object. You use any force against this and it will rebound back at you 10 times as strong. Just try it.
Girl, grab it!
Brilliant! Your pen ruse was perfect. Just what I needed to get that slide down so I can move things around a little bit. Worked out great. It was wonderful.
Okay, where am I? And who are you?
Oh, don't worry about who I am. But what you did was really important. Oh, and you were brilliant too. You were great.
Oh, wait a minute. You're the one who's been sending me through time?
Yeah! We needed somebody who could undo the time meddling by Worldcorp.
So you felt free to use me however you saw fit without even asking me and without even telling me what was going on?
Oh, Ray, that was necessary, you see, because I knew the events would make you so upset. It'd get your dander up and you would act instinctively.
Okay, yeah, well, you could have at least asked me, all right? And when you time warped me to the California gold rush in 1850s and threw me onto the side of that cliff where I was literally clinging for life, that wasn't exactly safe.
I love that cliff. Isn't it beautiful? The view is perfect, one of my favorites.
All right, well, the view wasn't so perfect when you time warped me into the Santa Barbara oil spill. You threw me into those waves in 1969. You threw me right into a riptide, all right?
Oh, every nice little dip in the ocean doesn't hurt anybody. Those frothy wave ions just get your body going. It's great for you.
Yeah, well, I wasn't exactly able to feel the frothy wave ions because I was covered in oil from the Santa Barbara oil spill.
Well, Ray, speaking of oceans and nature, let me show you my garden here. Come on.
All right, I hope you got some food in there.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
starving.
I have these yummy vegetables that I grew organically.
Oh.
Here's my compost bin. You know about compost bins?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because I take all my kitchen scraps and I take things like, you know, old leaves and stuff from the yard here and I put them and mix them up. I've got my pitchfork here to help me do that, and it turns into this wonderful organic material. I spread it out all over the garden here and it makes them grow so much nicer. Aren't those tasty? They came from here, yeah. And I don't have to use any pesticides or herbicides, even less water, because I use this nice organic material for this garden. And you know, if you want to know more about it, you could go on, you call in your time a website, I guess it's called, and the California Integrated Waste Management Board put all kinds of information about composting and waste reduction all on there, and you can find out all about how to do this. It's simple. It doesn't take a lot of work.
Yeah, composting is good.